When I come across problems that I got in my game, I go in and I work them out.
Took a loss my last fight, so I gotta go hard. So.
And the stuff that I do know, I know pretty well.
I was at the top, now I gotta work my way back up. That loss, I needed it, and now it just makes me even more hungry. Everybody said he was good on the ground, and I played into his game, went straight to the ground, and got caught, man.
This is gonna be in his backyard. I'm cool with that. I fight in my backyard all the time. All that does is give you more will and desire to win. That also gives me more will and desire to knock you out, to win.
He's in my way, that's it. He's in my way, man. He's a stepping stone for me. That's how I look at it, you know. I'm not looking past him. I know he's gonna bring it just like I'm gonna bring it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I know what I'm capable of.
I wanna make you look bad in your backyard. Some guy that everybody thinks is a shoe-in to lose comes in and whoops you, you don't wanna quit when I'm done. End of story.
I know what my game is. I'm good at stand-up, you know. All my wins are by submission, but I'm good at stand-up. I get him to the ground by punching, so that ground game for me it's a last option. I'm just gonna knockouts is what I'm looking for now.
I'd love to see him try to stand up with me. Nobody wants to stand with me. You just set yourself up for disaster, dang.
We better be ready to fight when we get in there. We better be ready to go balls to the wall and ready to throw these hands and get on the ground wherever it takes it, because I'm about to put it on. I promise that. I promise.
Hit me in the face. I love it. I'm gonna hit you back hard. Knock you out. Got 2 knockouts. I knocked somebody's shoulder out of socket.
That loss is not an option. I'm telling you, man, it's not gonna happen. Not me. Showtime for a reason, man. I'm putting on a show. That's what
Making his way to the cage tonight, Shawn Johnson out of Galesburg, Illinois, with a record of 10-17. And I know we were talking about before that records don't say everything, but they do say something when you've got 27 fights under your belt.
Oh yeah, that means you got a lot of experience. It's also kind of intimidating to me, you know, sitting ringside, you're walking out with your child. Most people would say that, you know, I'm not gonna do that because maybe it made me look soft. Me, I think otherwise. If you're tough enough to come out with a kid on your shoulders, you're kind of BA.
I like it too, and you know, he's done this a few fights before, you know, if not all of them. I haven't seen all of them, but you know, his kid also cheers for him at the side, and his kid knows what he's talking about as he's cheering. So that means, I mean, it's in the family. He's teaching well, educating the youth, his own son, about the sport and the game, and you know, I'm a big fan of keeping it in the family like that.
Okay, here's the plan. We need to keep the kid away from the mic because he probably knows more about the sport than I do. So at least for me, we need to keep him away from the mic because I don't want to lose my job right now.
I can tell you last time he may have called a few things before I did in the last fight I saw with Shawn Johnson, and you know, I didn't want to yell it right afterwards because I didn't want to follow a 5-year-old. So yeah, definitely something I do like how he comes out, and like I said, with the fight tonight, this has been the one that I've really been excited to see with Eric Shelton and Shawn Johnson. They both are intense fighters. They're gonna come out swinging in the first round, definitely.
Right, it should be pretty action-packed.
Fighting system, but what they're doing with that is making you earn your stripes. Call yourself a Milicic fighter, but he is training at Milicic right now. And like I said, he's got nothing to prove, but how they're doing it is that, you know, every fighter that comes, you're not automatically a Milicic fighter. So also with his record of 7-1, we saw both of us his loss here in this cage. He had the belt and lost it to a knee bar and hasn't fought since then, so this is his first fight back. lot to say and prove. And we talked to him before this. He's hungry and just wants to show what he's been doing.
Right. I know a lot of people have been saying, where is he at? What's going on? I'm guessing that he was back in the gym training because he wanted to come to this fight tonight and be at his best. Because nobody wants to get back-to-back losses.
No, and he's one too that we talked to him that night too. He took it pretty hard, that loss, but he did bounce back and it didn't take too much time off and got back in there. Switched camps, which is not an easy thing to do. You get a lot of flack from when you switch camps. A lot of criticism from your teammates, but to me, I understand loyalty, but it's ultimately up to you. You gotta do what you gotta do to improve yourself, and he did that. Joined Milicic, basically Core Fitness, and he's back again tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing in at 130 and 1/2 pounds. He trains with GYAC, joining us from Galesburg, Illinois, Sean and his opponent, fighting out the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in at 128 pounds. He trains with Core Fitness Systems and is sponsored by Fate to Black Fight Gear and Cage Aggression. Joining us from Monmouth, Illinois, he's a former ECR flyweight champion, Eric Shelton.
These guys are a little small.
Right. I was just about to talk about their weight being
Action-packed.
130 pounds, just fireworks.
Don't let that fool you either.
No, Sean Johnson coming out in the red shorts, Eric Showtime Shelton in the black.
Now, in talking with Showtime before the fight, he was another guy who said that he doesn't watch too much tape. He just wants to come in and fill out his opponent.
Right. He's also one of those fighters to me that we talked about last time. He, risk taker, tries things. All right, lands a huge shot early and drops him.
Also going in for the guillotine already.
Quick guillotine.
This one might be quick.
Shelton there, he locks up the legs, and that's what I was talking about before. When you lock up the legs like that, if he's got it tight, it's only a matter of time he
best to
tap
hold
out.
on right now.
Johnson doing a great job trying to get on his knees right there and pop out. Taps out early. Eric Shelton with a huge guillotine submission win over Sean Johnson. You didn't even have time to talk too much about, anything really. When you've got something like that in the first 30 seconds of the fight, that he's back. He's making a big statement.
And it goes that way sometimes. I'm sure Johnson is going to go back and reassess exactly what happened in this fight so that he can come back and be stronger next go around.
And that's the thing we were talking about. He's seen some guillotines tonight, but when he put that guillotine on, he wrapped his legs up quick, locked him up, and you just neutralized your opponent's body. You have nowhere to go.
Right. There's nothing you can do after that point.
It's hard to pull out, of your opponent's guillotine when you can't move your body anywhere. Great job tonight to Eric Showtime Shelton with the 8-1 record now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Kevin Anderson, starts out in this contest at 46 seconds into round 1. Declaring the winner by tap out due to guillotine choke, Eric
I will say losing like that fast is devastating to Sean Johnson, but one positive thing about that is that you don't take a lot of damage, or you're back in the gym on Monday ready to train again.
Right, exactly. And he's been through he's been through this before, so I'm sure he knows that, hey, I got to go in and get better and figure out exactly what I need to do.
Exactly. Great.